One of the great rivalries in all of college basketball, the Louisville Cardinals and the Kentucky Wildcats. The defending national champions, coached by John Calipari, like his counterpart today, has taken 3 teams to the Final Four, including the national title. Here's his lineup today. There are some notable changes. Goodwin Harrell will be at the point, only his 4th game to start, along with Julius Mays. Cauley-Stein will be inside, along with the 6'10 freshman sensation.
5 minutes, I think, is critical for Kentucky to try to salvage, calm the crowd a little bit.
Harrell with a floater.
He's been terrific of late, guys.
Louisville will get physical with you. And a loose whistle does favor the Cardinals. There's a nice move inside by Goodwin. Count it, and the foul.
I talked about him at the top, one of the most slashers in the college game, and here he shows you that eel-like ability to slither through and around defender. Oh, the dribble, particularly when Kentucky goes one-on-one, which happens more times than not offensively in the half court, just as we saw there.
You got to make a determination. Smith off the curl past Goodwin, the iron unkind, and a rejection by Noel as Bohannon went back up, and we got a tie ball.
Also, and Nerlens Noel here, just an emphatic block.
He's so quick off his feet, and he has excellent defensive instincts, guys.
Bohannon right at Cauley-Stein, and he deflects it, brings it down.
And reacts to the driver extremely well.
Okay, which one of us has the Richard Dreyfuss ball? Wiltshire from downtown. Right on cue, and that's why you love to bring him in, his perimeter shot. But he's got to be more than that to get playing time today.
Was just going to make that point. What you want to do as a team, you always want to force your opponent to think.
Oh, Harrell with some nice airtime there. Little double hitch in midair. Bounds his second. Blackshear rejected by Noel. Nerlens Noel with a nice block. There he is. Beautiful pass. And the slam.
How about the motor on Noel? I mean, this guy is a rim runner.
At the rim, don't turn it over, and compete on every possession. So far, so good for the Wildcats.
Poitras off the feed from Wiltshire. He drops down the tray.
Done a better job with their interior defense and containing penetration, forcing Kentucky to play on the perimeter.
Harrell again with the runner that does not fall. Poitras tips it in.
And guys, it's going to be important for Kentucky. They want to run, but they don't want to play too fast. Excellent recovery there by Noel.
He's got an excellent stroke, but just has not been able to knock down any threes lately.
One of those graduate players that had a chance to play at the big-time level, as is Harrell, another transfer, young man from North Carolina State. It's a really big transition here for Kentucky. They need a positive offensive sequence here, because you don't want to get down double digits and then let Pitino force his defensive ploys the rest of the way.
And you know what? We talked about this earlier. And I think Rick Pitino, John Calipari just got hit with a technical.
Yeah.
And I think in part he's doing that because he sees right now that his team is reeling.
Have to man up and grow up out here and be aggressive and attack. And even if you make a mistake, make it an error of commission versus omission. And there you go, Cauley-Stein.
Went fine there.
Goodwin again, taking it right to the rack. There's Cauley-Stein. He's playing tough.
They have. That's why this is one of the teams I think has a terrific chance to win it all.
I don't think there's any question about that. Nice drive by Hager. One of the nation's best.
Cauley-Stein leaves it for Wiltshire on the wing. Boy, they really needed that one to fall.
And you have to be able to do that.
And it's pulled down by Goodwin.
Nice job by Cauley-Stein to hold his position there.
Wiltshire again. That's what he can deliver. He plays the nylon song, and Pitino calls a timeout.
And how about the response by the Wildcats?
In tandem with where Siva was going and where that pass was sent.
Goodwin left wide open, top of the key, and he rattles it home, and it's 51-42.
That line.
There's a pick. Harrell right back. A little return to sender. Can't dunk on a 7-footer.
He's got a big-time ticker. Is indefatigable. Never gets tired, and nor does Wiltshire miss if he gets a good look most of the time.
Game with 4 fouls.
I think you got to pick your poison. If you're Patino, it's either going to be him or Siva down the stretch.
Noel with a jump hook over Mahanan.
Team.
Mays, who's been in that shooting slump that you mentioned, but Harrell, this is where he can make a difference. Now, that time he didn't get it. Cauley-Stein is there to clean it up. And how?
On the interior, the big fella bringing the fight, the energy, and the activity.
It's the new Big Blue making a run at the Cards. And the man with 2 last names says thank you. The authoritative slam putback rather than just bringing down the rebound, and it comes out to Kentucky. Goodwin. Nice.
Tough take. That's a big-time take right there.
Is winding down. And at a certain stage, it doesn't matter whether you have 4 or not. You got to get your best guys out there. Borgie Jang is also going to check in on the next dead ball. Oh, what a nice move.
Russ Smith was looking for help that never arrived. Step into a good shot and trust that he can knock it down.
Even with the 4 fouls, Louisville remains aggressive, but the loose ball leads to a bucket from Harrell. Now Smith on a run out. And he's fouled by Ryan Harrell with a reach.
He is.
Noel helps Goodwin navigate. Big time play by Archie Goodwin.
Go ahead and tighten up, Archie. By diving unnecessarily.
Shot clock at 10. Smith.
But they let him play.
Yes.
I thought Siva may have committed a foul before we went to that last timeout.
Now he becomes a liability. As good as he's been all day long, Cauley-Stein becomes a liability late as Smith on another blow by.
Ball so hard, young fella.
He always does. And he got that kind of heart and aggressive posture and relentless attitude from his dad, Big Russ.
And the answer from Goodwin and a quick timeout by Calipari. Smith has 20, 16 this half. But Kentucky won't say die.
Because when you get great decision making at the top, it trickles down throughout the rest of your team.
Yeah.
And that's why they've been so much better in the half court in terms of execution.
Got to hit one sometime.
Mays, yes, that could be the confidence builder the transfer from Wright State needed. Does he have the right stuff the rest of the way?
He had been bagel from the floor. 0 of 6, but stepped into that one confidently and brings his team.
Jang bothered at midcourt.
Don't open up the floor if you're Kentucky.
3 ball not there for Blackshear, and it's pulled down by Noel. A bucket here, and it's game on the rest of the way. Goodwin wants it, sees it, cannot get it to go.
Got a great look. Probably could have gone to the left hand there.
And a reach-in foul. Tough sequence for the Wildcats there.
Growing up right in front of our eyes, you're seeing now their players are getting the shots that their talent dictates.
And now you don't need to rush for anything. Execute, get a high-quality shot. You want to try to probe inside. Louisville has to be able to defend without fouling.
Goodwin has it rejected by Jang. He stays with it, though, out of bounds to Louisville.
I call him the great white shark, but every now and then they'll come.
Quickly doubled, he lost it. Goodwin has it on the wing. Harrell decides to drive, and he nearly threw that one away.
Do the 2-for-1 as much as you see at the next, but this is an ideal situation where you could get a shot within 7 or 8 seconds.
Well, Jang, oh boy, he forces the turnover when it might have been a 5th foul.
And I was going to say, I don't think you take a quick one with 49. 10 seconds is a lot of time to utilize to execute and get a good look.
On that particular angle.
Yeah, he was certainly making home his point. Mahanan gets the easy one.
Now you got to go quick because it's more than a 2-possession game.
Goodwin from downtown, yes! And a foul on Siva. How big is that? It could be a 4-point play. If it does go to overtime, Siva won't be available.
This last 40 seconds or so, we've seen a lot of things that you wouldn't consider smart basketball either way.
It isn't smart, but from Kentucky's standpoint, it is aggressive. And I think that's more important than the call, but you got to be a little smarter in this situation.
Shot clock is off when they get the ball back.
Give yourself a chance to force a turnover without fouling.
And remember the other thing, Siva is your best free throw shooter.
On the season, 2 for 4 today. The iron, awfully kind. A couple of those early fouls were giveaways. I'm sure he's thinking about that. Well, one of the two.
Doesn't have to be a three, just a good, quality, fairly quick shot.
Goodwin in traffic, turns it over. Bohannon all the way to the rack. A 2-possession game. Kentucky needs a quick one. Mays. Noel lost it. Last touch by Louisville with 8 seconds left.
Lanes and really created that turnover opportunity.
Noel, time winding down, gives it up to Goodwin, and the 3-ball goes with 1.8 left. But Louisville can stay home with a W. A hard-earned victory at that, 80-77. Smith with 21-17 in the second half for Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, Tim Brando saying so long. Tonight on CBS, back-to-back episodes of Made in Jersey, followed by 48 Hours. I'm out of breath. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports, home of the 2013 Men's National Championship.